Hello and good morning. Let's take a look at today's bell work. Remember, all your work from last week and this week is due. Here we go. All right, this one right here, what I would do is move the negative to the top, and then I would cross multiply. Notice how I'm going from the bottom to the top, the bottom to the top. So I'm going to get 20x is equal to 20 times a negative 19. Then I'm going to divide by 20. And when I divide by 20, I get x equals a negative 19 because those cancel out. On this next one right here, I'm going to distribute that negative sign. Some teachers tell you to put a 1 in front of here, and you can if you want to. So I get 68 is equal to 3 times 6r is 18r. 3 times negative 1 is a negative 3. A negative times a positive is a negative times a negative is a positive. I'm going to draw my line and then combine like terms. Say that to yourself. 3 words. This one and this one gives me 21r. This one and this one gives me a negative 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides, and that's going to give me 72 is equal to 21r. And then I'm going to divide by 21, and I'm going to leave my answer like that. Or you can take your calculator. 72 divided by 21, I get 3.4. All right, so your work today is a worksheet. It looks like this. All right, good luck. Let's turn our attention now to geometry. All right, so the first thing you do here is notice that they give you the radius. You're looking for the apothem, and you want to find x. When you find x, you're going to double it to get the whole side. And then you're going to multiply. In this case, you have 4 sides to get the perimeter. Okay, we want the perimeter. All right, so we need to figure out this upper angle here, this big angle. So you're going to take the big triangle out, and I want you to draw that. So take 360, which is the whole circle, divide it by 4. Okay, let's see what that is. I think it's 90. So we're going to take 360 divided by 4, and it is 90. So this upper angle is a right angle. And when you drop an altitude, it cuts it down. We're going to pull out this triangle, which looks like this. And then here, half of that 90 is a 45. This is a 45, 45, 90. This is 32 square root of 3. This is your apothem. This is x. All right, now, you had to memorize 1 square root of 2. Square root of 2 is the big one, and that goes across from the biggest angle, which is the 90. So right here, put square root of 2. Put a 1 here, put a 1 here. These are the same, so these two, it's an isosceles triangle. X and A are equal. So you're going to put the square root of 2 over 32 square root of 3 is equal to 1 over A is equal to 1 over X. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go after the apothem. So I'm going to get A times the square root of 2 is equal to 32 square root of 3. And then I'm going to divide by the square root of 2. And when I divide by the square root of 2, that gives me my X and my A since they're equal. All right, so let's get a calculator out. Since we know it's the A, we can say 1/2 A, and that's a monster. So it's 32 square root of 3 over square root of 2. And then times the perimeter. The perimeter, you're going to have to double this. So clear your calculator. Plus press 3, shift, square root times 32, press equals. Divide it by 2, shift, square root, press equals. So x is 39 0.19. But we're going to multiply that by 2 because you have 2 to make a side. So times 2. So the whole side is 78 and some change. But we're going to multiply that times 4 and get the perimeter. So there's my perimeter. I'm going to leave this on my calculator, but I'll write it down just so you can see it. So now I'm going to multiply this times the square root of 3. So times 3 shift square root, press equals, times 32, press equals, divided by 2, press equals, divided by 2 shift square root, press equals, and at this particular point I get the area. So the area is 6,144 square inches because it's area, and that's how you do that. All right, one more on a new sheet of paper. Copy this one down. It's a regular pentagon, so you're going to start off with your big triangle, and a pentagon has 5 sides, so you want to take 360 right away. 360, which is a whole circle, divided by 5. That upper angle is 72. And when you drop this down, it's going to split that. So this triangle now, half of 72 is 36. So put 36 degrees there. Okay, so 36 plus 90, and then minus 180. So this other angle is 54 degrees. Now you can't use special triangles on this. The apothem is 5 and we want to know x. We're not interested in the radius. You don't use that in the formula. So now you have to use so, ka, toa. Okay? Get online if you don't know how to do the trig functions. You can stand at the 54 or the 36. I'm going to stand here. So that would be opposite over adjacent. So that's the tangent. So it's the tangent of 54 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. I'm going to switch these two. I'm going to use that Bruce Lee move. So I get x equals 5 over the tangent of 54 degrees. Now remember, x is only half of the side. So you got to double it. So here we go. Let's just finish this up. So it's going to be 1/2 times the apothem, which we already know. And now we're figuring out the perimeter. Okay? So we're going to take 5 divided by 54 tan, press equals, and I get that. So that's my x. So I'm going to do times 2 and then times 5 because it's a pentagon. So I get 36.327, but I'm going to leave it in my calculator, times 5, divide by 2, and your final answer should be 90.817. And there it is, and that's how you do that. And this is what you're going to be doing today. Okay, so your worksheet is right here. So you don't have much, and the answers are at the bottom. Okay, good luck.